A lot of people will never be happy in this world, regardless of how hard they try. See, I'm not trying to be a sadist. I'm not trying to be a negative person. But the point I'm trying to be, I'm just trying to be realistic, right? A lot of people would not be happy, not because their best is not good enough, or not because they're not trying, or not because they're not actually putting up the effort or trying to be happy or desire to be happy. But the problem is a lot of people has actually make success or happiness a destination rather than see it as a journey. I will explain. What I mean is a lot of people that have set targets for themselves, realistic targets, some unrealistic target if we have to be really honest with ourselves, and set a destination, a place, a time for themselves to achieve those targets, and they've tied their happiness to those destinations, to those points, and to those time stamp, right? So let's put, for instance, there's a lot of people that have said for themselves, I'm going to finish school at this time, I'm going to get this job, I'm going to get married, I'm going to get this and this and this and this at this particular time. So for people like that, they will remain sad, they will remain unhappy until they get to those time stamp in their life that they have placed for themselves. Until they get to those points, they are not happy. I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing for you to have goals, targets, or how will I put it, time stamp for you to achieve things, right? It's good. I believe one of the ways we've been taught to be able to mark our success is to create realistic goal, time bound and measurable and all that stuff, which is very nice, very good. But the truth is, if you're somebody that your happiness is tied around those material achievements, then throughout the process of you getting to those achievements, you're going to be a sad person. That's the point I'm trying to make. So a lot of people have tied their happiness to a destination. Happiness have become a point in their life when they say to themselves, if I get to this point, if I can get this, if I can get that, then I'm going to be happy. And one thing this has caused for a lot of people like that is throughout the process of getting to that destination, they don't take time to enjoy the process. They don't take time to really see the growth that is happening from within them. They can't really recognize how they've gone from point A to point B. So in that point, you've lived a very sad life to get to a destination, which when you get there, you discover that it's just the beginning of another target for you, if you understand what I mean. So now you set a destination for yourself and say, when I get to point B, I'm going to be happy. Then you get to point B and you just discover that point B in reality is just a starting point for point C. So now your happiness is just going to be temporary for just a few minutes, or maybe on a very large scale for a month or two, on some case a year. Then you are sad again because you're now chasing a new target. Let me try to bring this closely. Myself, there was a time I used to work in the bank, and my target was, if I can get something, if I can just leave this place, I'm going to be happy that I've made it in life. And I left and I started working in a tech company, and it was like, wow, I've gotten everything I wanted. And that was just for a short while. Then I began to be sad because everybody began to leave and start getting something, freelancing and starting up business. And then you become sad again because you want to achieve something new. But what if we look at it in a different way, where we don't really tie our happiness to material things, but tie through the process? Because in the process of all this time that I was not really happy because I want to achieve some things based on the timestamp I've placed on them, I forgot to realize that I'm growing. I forgot to realize that the reason I am desiring something new is because I've learned a new skill, I've been in a new space in my life, I've had a new experience which has qualified me, or which has made me understand that the place that I am at the point in time is no longer befitting of the knowledge and information that I have, right? I refuse to see it from that point of growth, but I just take the sadness, the depression that comes from the knowledge that I have get as a result of the process, because I don't take time to look inward and appreciate the process. So the long and short of everything I'm trying to say is not that it's bad for us to set goal for ourselves or set target that we need to achieve. As human beings, we need to actually put ourselves in some very, like, I have a target, I have a focus. But the point I'm trying to say is that it will be very wrong, it will be very sad if we don't take time to enjoy the memories, the time, the friendship, the bonds, the knowledge, the information, the experience, the skills that we learn through that process, but just focusing on what we want to achieve at the end of the day. So for me, I would want to say today to you listening, to my friends, to families, to myself especially, let's take out time out of our busy schedule chasing after the paper, like we like to say, chasing after that big dream, that big jobs and all that. Just relax sometime and appreciate the growth. Enjoy the moment. Take time with family, take time with friends, take time with yourself, and just enjoy life. Be happy, because I want to believe that it takes a happy man to attract good things. When you live a life of sadness, you might be so depressed that you are not even going to be motivated enough to go for those goals, for those plans that you have set for yourself. I'll give you one more example. It's like a footballer or an athlete that is targeting the Olympic gold medal, but every other competition within you that you're conquering doesn't matter to you. You're sad, but your focus is on that Olympic gold medal. It's really possible you might not get there, because the more you keep getting frustrated and not really seeing all the achievements you're getting as a motivation, then it's possible you might not really see yourself as being good enough to compete for that Olympic gold medal, right? Because it takes motivation, it takes internal motivation, regardless of what people say to you. You're good, you're the best, you're that. If you don't see yourself as somebody that is winning in life, you might not be in the position to go for that big target that you have set for yourself. So you need to appreciate every single moment, every single win that you have, and those will build up the momentum that you need. Because if you don't see yourself as somebody that is winning, then you might not really have all it takes to really go out to win that one big project that you have put in front of you. So go out today, take out time, enjoy yourself, be happy, celebrate the moment, celebrate the win, celebrate the failure. Because one thing about failure, like we want to call it, is not really the end of the road. It's just one more attempt, just one more try, just telling you that you didn't get it right this time. So failure is like an indicator that you didn't do it well this time. Okay, maybe if you can do it the other way and the other way. So let's put all our failures, let's celebrate all our failures, let's celebrate all our success, let's celebrate the memories. Just be happy, just live a happy life, because there's nothing from the outside that can give you true happiness if it does not come from within. So be a happy man, and you may just attract happy things.